find it hard trying to focus when trying to complete a project, while others around you can spend long periods focused solely on one thing? It's no secret that many of us find it difficult to stay focused while working. Whether we have too much on our plates, lack the motivation to get started, or just have way too many distractions around us, being able to focus on the task at hand isn't always easy or possible. It can be frustrating to feel like you don't have control over your attention span and memory, but there are plenty of ways you can actually increase your focus and help yourself get things done with less struggle. Let's look at some reasons you can't focus and how to fix them. The problem: you're stuck in a cycle of unproductive thinking. You're distracted. You can't focus on the task at hand. Your thoughts are racing and you just can't seem to shut them up. And it's not because you have too many thoughts, it's because you're stuck in a cycle of unproductive thinking that prevents you from achieving your goals. The good news is that there are ways to break this cycle and get back on track. Learn how to break the cycle. There are a lot of reasons that we can't focus. Maybe it's because of stress and anxiety, maybe it's because you're hungry or thirsty, maybe you're just not interested in the task at hand. Whatever the reason might be, there is no use in trying to force your mind to focus on something when it doesn't want to. Instead, try taking a break and then coming back with fresh eyes. There are also various tricks that can help you get more focused. The Pomodoro technique is one such method that breaks work up into 25-minute sessions with 5-minute breaks in between. In this system, work for 25 minutes without distractions, followed by a 5-minute break before starting again. Some people like the idea of having an inbox for their thoughts so they don't need to worry about remembering them later. The first step: accept that you can't do everything. You can't be focused all the time. In fact, if you try to be focused all the time, you'll just end up frustrated and exhausted. What's more, when you get frustrated and exhausted, it becomes even more difficult for you to focus on anything for any length of time. So the first step is accepting that there are going to be times when your mind wanders and that this is natural. The second step is being able to recognize these moments of distraction when they happen and then using some techniques that will help you refocus your attention as quickly as possible so that you can get back on track with whatever it was that you were doing. The second step: set realistic goals. Setting realistic goals is the second step in getting focused. When setting goals, it's important to be realistic about what you can accomplish in a day. For example, if your goal for the day is to read 3 chapters of a book, keep track of how long it takes you to read each chapter and adjust your time accordingly. The goal should be something that can realistically be done within a certain time period. When faced with an unproductive day, it can help to break up one big goal into smaller tasks and focus on finishing those tasks one by one rather than feeling overwhelmed by the bigger picture. The third step: simplify your task. I recommend picking one thing you want to focus on and writing it down. For example, I am going to focus on reading my email for the next 10 minutes. If there are distractions or interruptions, don't let them stop you from completing the task. When you get interrupted, just write down what happened so that you can come back and deal with it later. The fourth step: take a break. Sometimes you just need a break from the task at hand. Get up and walk around, take a 5-minute power nap or stretch for 5 minutes. This will give your brain time to re-energize and refocus on the task at hand. When you come back to work, it'll be easier because you've given your mind time to refresh. The fifth step: get back to work. You should have already eliminated the distractions in your environment that could be causing your focus issues. Now it's time to get back on track. Take a deep breath and tell yourself you can do this. The first step is getting back into the work groove by going through your list of things to do and setting some deadlines for yourself. Next, try using an app like Rescue Time or Time Out so that you can set limits on how much time you spend on certain websites or other distracting activities during the day. In addition, consider shutting off all notifications, including email, and focusing solely on the task at hand for a certain amount of time each day with no interruptions. Tricks that can help you get more focused. There are many reasons why you can't focus, and some of them are more serious than others. A general feeling of distraction and lack of concentration could be caused by something as simple as feeling tired or hungry, while other causes might include anxiety and depression. There are also a number of things you can do to improve your focus, like making sure your work area is free from distractions and that you're taking care of yourself with good nutrition and enough sleep. 1. Make sure your work area is free from distractions. Turn off the TV or radio if they're distracting you. Go somewhere quiet where you know that there won't be any interruptions, like going outside if it's nice out or into the basement. Clear away all unnecessary items on your desk or table so there are no visual distractions. 2. Use mind-body techniques, deep breathing, guided meditation, yoga. These methods have all been proven to help calm the mind and body. Meditation in particular is highly recommended for clearing away thoughts and worries so you can focus on one thing at a time. I would recommend this method for anyone who has issues with anxiety or PTSD because it helps regulate those emotions which can make concentrating difficult in their own way. 3. Create an intentions list. Once you've calmed down from the craziness of your day, write down 3 intentions before getting started on whatever task needs attention. Start with easy tasks and then move up to ones that will require more mental effort. Work on Project X. Set aside each intention for 15 minutes when the timer goes off, take a break, and then move on to the next item on the list. If you don't finish anything during your allotted time frame, simply start over again until you do. What you can do to improve your focus. Not getting enough sleep. To fix the problem of lack of focus, make sure you are getting enough sleep. Sleep deprivation can lead to concentration problems, which is why it's important not to go too long without hitting the hay. A study found that people who slept 6 hours a night had half the cognitive capacity as those who slept 8 hours a night. So find out what works best for you, but don't go too long without catching up on your sleep. It's important to keep track of how much restful sleep you're getting every night, so try this easy way to do it. Use an app like Sleep Cycle or Bedtime. These apps will measure when you wake up in the morning and give feedback about how well rested you are. You should also take time each day to unplug from electronics if possible. The light from screens suppresses melatonin production and makes it harder for our brains to rest properly. Not getting enough exercise. Exercise increases the oxygen in your brain, which stimulates the production of neurochemicals that improve mood and focus. Exercise also releases endorphins that make you feel happier. If you can't exercise because of a lack of time, get creative. There are many ways to stay active without going to the gym, such as taking the stairs instead of an elevator or pushing a child on a swing. Not having a healthy diet. Studies have shown that blood sugar levels can affect your ability to focus. If you find yourself feeling foggy or unable to concentrate, a food journal can help you pinpoint what kind of foods are causing the issue. Foods high in refined sugars and carbs can cause a spike in blood sugar levels, which can lead to brain fog. A low-carb diet, healthy fats, proteins, and lots of water can help keep your blood sugar levels stable throughout the day so you're able to focus with ease. Take a look at some of our recommended videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification to be notified of our next upload. And remember, the mind and body is simply a machine that you have control over. Don't let such a powerful machine run on autopilot.